How's it going, everybody? John here with SoCal Outdoor Adventure. It's great to be back with you. In today's video, we are going to be doing a review of the backpack and the gear that I took with me to my recent trip to Catalina, California. And this also includes the Hidden Woodsman Forrest Rucksack. I haven't done a review on this pack in a while, or at least ever, so I'm looking forward to doing this review. Hopefully you guys like it. Alright, so this is the backpack that I took with me to Catalina. This is the Hidden Woodsman Forrest Rucksack, and I have to say, I bought a few items from Malcolm Cordair, and I've always been impressed with his work. And this backpack was by far one of my best purchases. I got this backpack a couple of years ago, and I've had it for a long time. I've used this pack for making up with a couple of different kits, such as a fishing kit, even used this as a day hike bag. But for my trip recently to Catalina, this bag was perfect for that particular trip. So let me give you guys a 360. 1 second. Oh, damn! No wonder. One second, guys. I've got red ants crawling up into my hat here. Got him. Ugh. Ooh. Wow, that was unexpected. I guess that's what I get for leaving my hat on the ground like that. So I'll never do that again. Anyway, so this is the Hidden Woodsman Forrest Rucksack. So let's give you guys a 360. And we'll go over the contents as to what I took with me when I went to Catalina. You can see the pack is a very nice fit. Fits on my back perfectly. Now I did make a few changes. The waist strap that did come with the pack, unfortunately, because of my size gut here, unfortunately it did not fit me, so I removed the waist strap and I switched it to a waist belt from an old fanny pack that I stopped using a while back. So I decided to go ahead and use the fanny pack on this particular bag, and as you can see, it works pretty good. I've also got a really nice chest rig here, a chest strap here that can move up and down. Now, I can actually, if I wanted to, I could actually go ahead and remove the belt, this belt strap here, and take this guy off and just use the chest strap as a way of support, and it will support me just perfectly fine. But in this case, though, the way I've got it set up right now, it's been working pretty good for me, so I can't really complain about it. So let's go ahead and move back to the table, and we'll show you the contents of what's inside the pack and what I took with me. Now, one thing you will notice is that I do not have my bushcraft belt on, and that's because that didn't go with me to Catalina. The Catalina trip was mainly a family trip with my family and my wife and my daughter, along with my dad, my sisters, my brother-in-law, and my niece. It was a lot of fun. We had a great time. So this is the Hidden Woodsman Forrest Rucksack, and inside the pack are the items that I carried with me when I went to Catalina. This pack has two side pouches, one on this side, one on this side. On both of the pouches I had decks of cards. I also had a Bluetooth speaker with me. I even had some whiskey and some tequila, which was kind of awesome to carry. I also carried even a bottle of wine with me, and that was an awesome way to carry it. So I bought a wine bag, and I used that to carry with me some wine. back to camp, and that was a lot of fun. Other items that I have in here that I also do have right now on the side of the bag here, I do have a gimbal, but we're going to talk more about that in a minute. And so on the inside of the pack, once you remove the straps, open the bag up, it does have an axe sleeve, so you can put an axe in, just to kind of show you what that looks like. This is my new hatchet, by the way. This is my new axe, my Gerber Forrest axe, and we'll go into reviewing that one later on. But as you can see, though, if I was using this pack, it fits in that sleeve perfectly, with no problem. Set that off to the side. And we're going to talk about what's inside the pack. Now, there's also a zipper pocket right here on the inside of the hood of the bag. And on the inside, there are 2 spare batteries for my digital camera, along with the battery charger. This is by Beston. I want to make sure I keep this out of the sun because it is starting to get warm up here around here. But there's a nice breeze blowing, so it's making it a little bit nice. Let's see, the items that I had with me. Obviously, in this bag here this is my GoPro system that I used for Catalina, but I'll talk about more about what's in this bag. And this is another hidden Woodsman bag that I love to use. This is my utility bag for my GoPros. Next bag I have in here is this guy right here. These are my assorted chargers, as well as extra batteries for my cameras, my assorted chargers for my cell phone, for my Apple Watch. And I also brought extra chargers for my wife to use for her phone as well, my daughter. The next item we have in here is this little carrying case. This is by JJC, and this is actually for my camera lenses, for my camera. And then also on the inside of the case, I do have a spare SD card for my camera. And there's also a package of lens cleaners. And then the lenses that I'm carrying in here, these are Amazon Basic. These are Commander Optics, and these are UV protection. So that's why I can take shots I can take photographs with my camera, and the sun will not affect the quality of the photograph. The next item I have in here is going to be this GoPro case. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that plausible pouch, though, that you have has your GoPro stuff. And the answer is yes, but this is different. Originally, my GoPro Hero 8 was being carried in this case, but I bought something different, which I'll go over in a few moments. So I decided to use this as a case for my camera so I don't have to bring the camera backpack. So inside this case here, I have my digital camera. This is the Canon EOS 4000D, and I absolutely love this camera. I changed out the shoulder/neck strap. So now, instead of using the standard neck strap that comes with the camera, I have this guy right here, and the strap for the camera actually just clicks in to these holes right here. Just like that. And voila, I've got my camera. Next item I have in here as well, and that's actually in the little sleeve pocket right here. The other item I have, of course, is my regular lens that comes with the camera. Just so you guys could see like how that's going to look. And then I've also got my 58 millimeter protector frame. So this way what I can do is I can take the cap off as well as the cover. And then I'm going to go ahead and screw this guy on. And now I'm all set to take some photography and to take some photographs. I absolutely love this camera though. This camera's amazing. Let's go ahead and take this off. The next item that is in this pack as well is another GoPro case that I use for an older GoPro that I have, but I kept the case. The case is still in pretty good shape. But this guy here I use to keep my telephoto lens. This is a telephoto lens. So this allows me to take pictures from farther away, from longer or short distances. We'll leave that to the side. Excuse me 1 second. In case you're wondering, I'm not sweating. I threw my hat into some water because I had some red ants that got into my hat, and some of them got into my hair. So I had to go wash my hair out and rinse out my hat. So all of those items were actually inside this pack, along with a few other things that I took with me to Catalina. Now, let's talk about the items that I did not need to take with me, that I actually did take with me. So the first item that we're going to go ahead and talk about here is going to be my GoPro carrying bag. I have a GoPro carrying bag that's about the size of a standard 70-page notebook. But the difference is that bag houses all of my gear that I keep for the GoPro. It houses all my cables, it houses all of my straps, my chest rig, my head gear, as well as the batteries, and also the extra memory cards, as well as the gimbal. Well, not the gimbal, the selfie sticks. I have 2 selfie sticks. And I didn't really need to take that bag. And recently, before I came on this trip, I moved some of the gear that I needed from the bag into this guy here. And we're going to go through and we're going to talk about what's inside of it, because there are some items in here that I wish I could have taken with me. Now we're going to go ahead and talk about next another item that I did not use. And I'm going to go ahead and change the camera position and show you that item. The next item we're going to talk about is obviously going to be the item that's in the side of the pouch right here. And that's going to be my gimbal. I took this with me thinking that I was going to be using this as I was walking around the town of Avalon, but I honestly never used this thing. I mean, everything that I took with me, I used either the selfie stick or I used the chest rig. So this particular item was not necessary, but I absolutely love this guy. This is the Holcomb gimbal, and this guy's I've been using on the camera. The only thing I don't like about this particular gimbal is I cannot use the external microphone that I have on the camera on my GoPro right now. But this thing really does work wonders. It's awesome. Now, let's talk about the items that I should have taken with me to Catalina. And if you guys remember how I said earlier that I moved everything into another pouch for my GoPro accessories. Well, that's the next thing we're going to talk about here. And that is going to be the Hidden Woodsman Plausibles pouch. Now, inside of this guy, I now have like my cables that I use for my GoPro, as well as the charger, because I do have a power station with me. I've also got my chest rig here, and these items are items that I took with me to Catalina. But the one item that I wish that I should have brought with me, if I can find it, here it is. This guy right here. This is a hand stabilizer. So basically, the way that this works is you strap it on your hand here. Feed the Velcro strap, and I can use my hand to take video, and this would have come in really handy for me when I was scuba diving, well, not scuba diving, when I was snorkeling at the beach in Avalon. And this would have came in really handy, at least on my hand. This would have been nice to have. I'd wished, honestly, that I had brought this guy with me. The next item that I have is actually in my bag. And that's going to be, let me put some of this other stuff away first here before I continue. Let's get my foot in here. Whoops. There goes my belt. The bushcraft belt, that is. So let's go ahead and get some of this stuff back in the bag here. Now, the next item that I wish that I should have brought with me on that trip would have been some type of a small haversack, and the reason why, or satchel. And the reason why I say that is because when I got back from Catalina, I bought the Self-Reliance Outfitters satchel bag on Amazon. And what I realized that this guy would have came in handy for is that if I didn't want to carry my lens for my cameras on my person, which I did have, I could have thrown my lenses into this bag here, roll it over, and then taking a tour around Avalon. I could have just kept it on my person as I was walking, and then I could have either used this guy or the camera or use just my GoPro. But I honestly do wish that I had this particular bag with me. This would have came in really handy. So we're going to go ahead and put the telephoto lens back into the case here. Now, all in all, everything that you see here pretty much fit in this bag, in this backpack here from Malcolm Cordair. There's obviously a few other items that I did not bring with me, but I didn't want to show those off, but it all fit in this bag. This particular bag right here from the Hidden Woodsman. I absolutely love this bag. They no longer have it available. He no longer has it available on the site, but he does have the 60-liter rucksack available. So if you guys get a chance, you ought to get your hands on that 60-liter rucksack. I absolutely love supporting people and products that are made here in the USA. And this bag is a huge representation of that. And I absolutely love this bag. So all in all, this bag is definitely a 10 out of 10. I absolutely love it. I will continue to use it on some of my other adventures that I have coming up, perhaps down the line. I'm making some changes to my bushcraft kitchen kit that I have, because a lot of the stuff that I have I carry in the backpack, but now I need to make some changes to that because there was a few items that I forgot to bring with me on this particular trip. And needless to say, I'm kind of PO'd about that, but whatever, it happens. You get what you get, and you work with what you have. But all in all, I absolutely love this bag, and if you guys are interested, check out thehiddenwoodsman.com. Malcolm has a whole bunch of other gear items that he sells on his website, including satchels, haversacks, backpacks, all kinds of great gear that you can get your hands on. I'm not being paid by him to do this review. This is my review of this pack, and I absolutely love this pack, and I hope you guys enjoyed the items that I showed you that I used for the Catalina trip. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below. I'll be more than happy to answer. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you in the next adventure. Now go outside, have an adventure. See you around.